Welcome to the Dig Endurance Podcast, where we are all about digging deep and discovering the power of emotional resilience. I'm Aaron, and I'm joined by my brother, Sean.
As endurance athletes and business owners, we have learned a thing or two about facing and overcoming adversity. We are here to share inspiring stories from our guests that will help you to find that inner strength when you feel like you are running on empty.
Are you ready? Let's dig in.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Dig Endurance Podcast. We have Martin Chojnacki.
There you go.
We were just joking about how to say it, so I purposely wanted to try to say it. Welcome back, Martin. How you doing?
Thank you. Good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're well.
Good.
Thank
Getting
you.
in after every day.
Yeah, we're getting back into the flow of post-holiday, 60 activities a day for school and kids, and we're trying to get back into the flow of work, training, etc.
Yes, the post-holiday catch-up time.
It's not that fun, but we're flowing. So everything's actually going really well here at Ford. Welcome back. We're glad to have you. So let's see. Last time we had Martin on.
Well, that was shared with Cade
and Scott.
Talking about after their.
Has anyone heard from them?
After
Do they
Ironman.
train anymore, or are they just lazy as can be?
Yeah, they're just lazy.
Okay.
Yeah, they just quit.
We're going to have to put this reel on.
They just did one and said, yeah, we're good. One was good, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay.
We love Scott and Cade. So we had you on with Scott and Cade. We talked about the Ironman Santa Cruz, which was an all-out success for everyone, and that was a great episode. So now we're moving forward. So we want to talk about whatever changes you've made to your training, because you like to keep pushing yourself. You're kind of like Christian, maybe not as psychotic as Christian, but getting there quickly. So tell us about what you have on the schedule coming up race-wise, and not just the biggest one, but if you have anything else after or before. And then let's talk about, I want to talk about the injury, how you've been smart, patient, maybe you haven't been smart or patient, where you failed or succeeded, and then how you've kind of gotten to where we're now programming some bigger sessions with you and how you're adapting to those things. I think that's a good coverage for today's chat. So what's going on?
Yeah,
what do you have coming up?
Going back to the injury, I had after Ironman Achilles tendonitis. And I had a bump on my Achilles. I was like, okay.
From the Ironman?
Wait. I feel like you did one more thing, though, after the Ironman. What'd you do?
Yes. I'm going there right now.
Oh, okay.
So it's no, it's kind of maybe 2-3 months going into Ironman. And then I did the Ironman. And I had to train, but I didn't train that much because I had that injury. But I had a 100K run in Big Bear Lakes. Coming up a month after Ironman.
How far is a 100K run?
63 miles.
Oh.
63 miles.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
With 10 or 12,000 feet of gain. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going into the race with injury. Let's see if I can hold up. Obviously, if it's too much, I'm going to not finish the race. But if it's okay, I'm going to continue. Ended up being a success. Finished in 14 hours.
Oh.
Which I was pretty happy, I think, with that. I could have gone a little faster. I got lost a couple times. But
I doubt it, but okay.
It'll be fine.
Did you?
Oh, you got lost?
Yeah, I got lost for a mile or two.
Because you were texting us during the
Yes, I was taking videos for the Dig Endurance team. So,
all right.
But so then I was like, okay, well, I'm done.
Did your injury get worse after the
It
race?
swelled up a little bit more. So I was like, okay, I got to put it off, no running for couple months, but I had to coach tennis. So I was coaching, and the injury, I think it just didn't heal as fast as it could. And then 2024 came, and then I signed up for a 100-miler, a 160-miler, and
Wait, what? 160 miler?
yeah, 160 mile, 250K in Switzerland in July.
At one time?
Yeah, at one time.
Oh my gosh.
You have 90-something hours to do, so with 60,000 feet of gain. So we'll see how it goes.
At least it's in Switzerland, I guess.
Yes, it's beautiful. So
That's the one you wanted us to
enjoy
join
it.
you with, right? You want us to go with you? Okay,
yeah, if you
cool.
can. And
Yeah, we'll be there.
do some climbing with me over there.
Dig will show up.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, so I was like, I need to prep for my 100-miler. So Actually, let's go back.
Yeah, we should back
Right,
up,
right.
I think, too. Yeah.
Last
It just gives us an idea of like
yeah.
where you're headed.
That's what's coming.
Yeah,
great.
right
Okay.
before Ironman, I went to Europe and I did a training week with my good friend, Paul, that he's an ultra runner. And I did that training week with him, then went to Poland, visit my family, had a good time. And then I went back to Austria to kind of support him during his 100-miler. And I ran overnight with him and some guys that were running. And after that race, when I was running through the whole night with them, after they ran for like 30-something hours, I was like, okay, I think I need to sign up for a 100-miler. And I never thought about doing 100 miles before. So I texted my friend, hey, let's do 100-miler together. And then he texted right back, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it. There's actually this race in Switzerland, 250K with 60,000 feet of gain. And I was like, okay, that's too much. I don't think I can do this. It took me 25 minutes to make a decision and say, let's go. So I was like, let's do it. So, but then, because that was my primary goal for 2024, it would be smart to do 100-miler before, sign up for it, and then do kind of the run day and night. So yeah, I've been just kind of cautious right now with training, doing a little cycling, strength training, and light jogging, maybe keeping it to 15 to 25 miles per week, 30 miles maybe. And yeah, that's the goal for 2024, and maybe finish with a sub-3 marathon.
So what?
In November or something.
When did you get turned on to like endurance racing? When did that start? I didn't. You probably know that. I don't know that.
I really don't know that much.
Yeah, like when did you
in
get?
terms of like what was like, whoa, hey, this is when you cross that endurance threshold, like half marathon. I
mean,
like, marathon.
if you're
I want to hit endurance.
If you're a tennis coach, I'm going to assume you were a tennis player growing up. I'm guessing. Okay.
Yeah, I want to be pro. So
my kids play tennis.
I
by the way.
traveled a lot around Europe. That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, professional. I mean, not professional, but competitive tennis around Europe, and then I was like 19.
A 6'5" tennis player.
Yes.
Is that a tall tennis player? I
No,
feel like
that's average right now. Actually, that's
really.
Yeah. That's
Are the pros
very
pretty
good
lanky?
height.
Are the pros pretty tall?
Yes. So they are around, I would say, 6'2" to 6'6".
That's pretty
and
tall.
between 180 and 200 pounds.
That's pretty tall. Okay.
Yeah, because they have good reach. Now they're fast.
Yep.
Everything is strength, so that's awesome for them. But yeah, and then I had a break for a year, moved to the United States.
From where again? Where are you from?
From tennis, from Poland. I'm from Poland.
From Poland.
I had a break for a year from tennis, and then came to the United States.
What made you come to the United States?
Just wanted to. Well,
Like when how old were you? 18?
galleys.
19?
I was 19, so I had a good friend that lived in Vegas since he was a early teen, and he told me like, hey, you should come to United States. I visited for vacation. I liked it. I heard really good things about America, great opportunities, this and this. If so then I was like, okay, well, I like it, and I didn't want to stay where I was, so I moved.
And your family's still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
right after high school, I moved to United States by myself.
It's a big move.
Yeah, that was
big
fun.
move.
That was fun. It was a
To Vegas?
roller coaster. Yeah, to Vegas.
Okay.
To Vegas. My parents gave me some money. I spent it all within 2-3 months, and then I was like, okay, well, I need to implement my skills. So I started teaching tennis. Survived. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to do this forever. I'm still young. I can maybe go pro. Let me find a good coach in college with a full ride because I don't have money. So I found a very good coach in Hawaii, Brigham Young University, Hawaii, with Coach Dave Porter.
I didn't know this. This is great.
Yeah, the galley. You went to the galleys.
I'm enjoying this story.
I went there. Had a
Sterling,
great
or
time.
which galley did you go with? To BYU?
Ian Galley, yeah.
Ian, sorry.
Galley.
Oh, Ian, yeah.
Yeah.
From Alluvial.
That's so funny.
Isn't that funny?
That is
Yeah, I had a
so-
great time. Got to pretty high level, competitive. And then, but after, I just like, okay, I don't have $50,000 to $100,000 a year to be spending and traveling the world and paying for a coach and doing all these competitions. So I found a job with Galleys. And then in the meantime,
At the hand center?
yes.
Oh, cool.
At the head
Okay,
center,
yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
And then, so I went there, worked, met my wife, stayed in Fresno.
Oh, did she work there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Met my wife. And then,
How did I
but
not know
fitness
that?
was out of the picture.
Oh, okay.
Because you're working so much.
I was working, trying to different things from accounting to business management. To,
No tennis at the time, though, while you're doing
No,
it.
no.
Okay.
Were you still in college or did you finish?
No, I
already?
was finished already.
You were finished.
Yeah, to property management, and I was just jumping there, doing different things, window washing, and then I went to the club, Sierra Racket Club,
Yeah.
just to play, because actually I was washing windows, and this owner, he's like, "Oh, I used to be a professional tennis player." Oh, wow, okay. We start conversation. Let's meet at the Sierra Racket Club and let's just hit. So I played there, and all the coaches saw me play, and they're like, "Oh, wow, okay, you're different than everybody else around here." It seems, and then I just started coaching this very good, talented teenager, and then my coaching career started then, and I was doing fitness here and there, and maybe like 3 years ago, got into more intense. I was like, okay, I'm starting to find passion in fitness and lifting and jogging. I never really liked running before. I was just doing to have fitness for tennis. I was doing like maybe 3 to 5 miles, at a time, and maybe like 2-3 times a week. That's the most I ever done of running. Then I did like a half marathon for fun to kind of see how it feels. I felt okay. And then this last year, 2023 in the beginning, my friends, my family's, my wife's family,
Yeah.
they got into, kind of motivate them a little bit into fitness, and they started running with me and some other friends, and they're like, "Oh, let's run a 50K." So sign up for a 50K, Bryce Canyon. Then I saw Scott.
Wait, that's the first race you guys decided to do was a 50K?
Yes.
That's not even like an entry level race. That's
not
like
even
that's a
kind
lot
of.
of distance. That's far. Isn't that like 30 miles?
There,
Yes,
is it
with
32 miles?
elevation, 32.
miles.
And your
With
family's like, hey,
elevation.
let's try a race. Okay, 50K with elevation. Okay, wow.
Yeah, some of them they did like a 30K.
That's a lot even when I'm like fit.
I know.
I had 2 other friends that did the 50K with me, which was fun. I mean, it's 6-7 hours,
It does make
8
it
hours
better,
of
yeah.
being in the mountains. It's beautiful and nice experience.
Aaron and I are doing the San Joaquin one next year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Pumped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
sounds good.
We'll see. So you did the 50K with your family, and then what?
And then I saw a post.
Then you were hooked. You were hooked on endurance training a little bit, or got a feel for it, more of a taste
Yeah,
for
I was
it?
like, okay, well, next time maybe I can do a 50 miler or 100K, and I don't think I'm gonna do a 100 miler ever. It's like, this is too much, I think. And then I saw a Scott and Cade post
How'd you know Scott and Cade?
through real estate, because I'm into real estate a little bit too.
okay.
So
And this
I-
is just barely at the time.
I've
He
kinda-
barely knew them.
Yeah.
That's who they were. Okay, keep
yeah,
going.
I kind of met him maybe like 2-3 months before that podcast that Sean had, and
Connor.
I believe Connor, yeah.
Well, This
Okay.
is funny. This is great. Kick out.
Yeah, and then so Scott and Kate, they posted on Instagram, hey, we did something wild. We signed up for this Ironman Santa Cruz 70.3 on the end of the podcast.
So we
Boom.
convinced them during the
Who's in?
podcast to do it. They did it right there, right? So then they do this.
Yeah, and then in my mind, early on, I'm like, oh man, Ironman could be a good challenge because I don't swim at all. I don't know how to swim.
You didn't know how to swim at all?
Well, I know how to just move around. but,
Like me, like
I
I've
do
never
one
done any
lap and
sort of
I'm exhausted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Okay. Wow.
So that'd be a good challenge. Actually, you know what? Let me just sign up for it with him. So I signed up for him that day, and I send a copy to Scott. Hey,
You didn't
let's
even
sign
tell
up
him.
for
You
it.
just signed up and sent it to him.
Yeah, I
Like,
signed
okay,
up.
man.
Wow.
Hey
They're
man,
like,
I signed up for it with you
okay.
guys. So yeah, and then we connected, started training together, developed friendships, and
That's how I met this guy.
had an amazing time. Met Sean.
Right?
No, but this is why I like Martin. Have you heard the story how I met him? He shows up, does the ticket. I don't know who he is. He shows up in our group chat, literally out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, who is
Who's
this guy? I have my surgery, and he's
With
like,
his
"You want-"
crazy last name.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you want some food? I'm like, yeah, okay. Shows up on my doorstep like an hour later with like ice cream, McDonald's for me, and I'm like, oh, that was.
Well, you were helping me with the 50K though a little bit though too.
I had never even seen you in person.
Yeah, I know, but you kind of gave me a couple training sessions. I never knew anything about endurance.
Just through
I didn't know nothing
Instagram.
about zone 2, zone 3, and he kind of just like gave me a couple tips here and there. I'm like, okay, great.
And then and that was it. And then
That's
it was
funny.
It was not random.
That is
that's
so,
how that's
there's a
literally
lot
how I
of
met
random
him.
things in your story. It's cool though.
And then and then the galleys and all. I'm like, dude.
So then you joined the triathlon training with Scott and Kate and Sean.
That was awesome.
And that was game on.
And now you're just like, what's next? That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And when you coach tennis, that's like full time now for you.
Yeah, I would say between 20 to 30 hours a week.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some competitive players that one of them wants to go pro. She's 13, beating everybody from high school players, and she goes to academy and travels to national tournaments, to little kids, to my oldest client is 74, 75.
Okay.
And he hits he's training with me 3 hours a week and plays doubles throughout the whole weekend for 3-4 hours. And so it's fun.
Just for fun?
Yeah.
There's no
He loves
competition?
tennis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang. That's busy. So you got tennis. It sounds like, you're still doing real estate.
Tennis, real estate, part-time whenever I can, because I had a baby on board.
Yeah.
She's 14 months.
Wow.
So that's a complete new journey and venture.
Yeah.
And challenge.
Yeah. And then you're also getting your own training in for your own races
My
and
own
goals.
training, and also I'm trying to create content online to inspire and motivate others with fitness, mindset, everything.
Yeah.
So are you always like that?
Yes.
I mean, the attraction to you is like, generally speaking, you're just positive and fun to deal with, etc. Are there dark times? Because I don't come across them much with you, if ever. Are you ever just like, I'm not feeling it today, or this is
Fitness wise, I'm always on, and I just love it. I mean, I do have days that I don't want to get up and do this training, but I know what are the consequences after.
being slower than me.
Being slower than Sean.
Yeah.
And having the, blame myself for being slow and not being able to keep up with Sean is just something that I can, live with. So
That's it. That's the motivator.
Me either.
yeah.
Jeez, I'm trying to find a dark spot.
But I mean, like,
how you get
so
through
yeah,
it.
but I mean, you went. I mean, so you went to Vegas. I mean, just came here, no contacts or anything. But I mean, like, I guess you just find a way to make it work. I mean, I didn't hear much bumpiness unless you just skipped over it.
You're like,
but it sounds
like
like
Sky House. You just
Yeah,
look at that.
it
You
sounds
just know there has to be an adaptation here, and it just happens. Versus,
I think career was a big thing for me. Up to maybe a couple months ago, I had no clue what I want to do professionally, because I always wanted to be a professional tennis player. That was like, that was it. I had no plan B. Okay, that didn't work out. So I'm like, okay. And I just was jumping from different jobs, office, this and that. Okay, real estate. I was really engaged. Now I kind of, backed off a little bit, because actually to do this fitness training, and I was like, I think I need to do something with the fitness, like either through creating or I don't know, whatever it is with fitness. I need to do this. I can do this all day, every day, and
not get sick of it.
Yeah, and then because I can't sit at the desk, I can sit for 2-3 hours. Otherwise, I just can't. I just can't deal with it. I'm gonna jump through the window if I need to, because I've done this before. I've done when I was property managing, and I was like in the office for 6 hours a day, 2-3 hours of showing properties in the building, and it was just I was pulling my hair out, and I can't deal with that. So
Yeah. I can relate to that. I understand. But wasn't there somewhere in that journey, like it said, like you said, when you were kind of like figuring out your career, doing a lot of different jobs, that's when kind of like you said fitness kind of fell off, or like on the wayside for you a little bit?
In the beginning, yeah, because I was lost. I was like, okay, I just basically set the racket aside.
So you weren't even playing tennis, you weren't doing anything?
No, I wasn't playing tennis or anything, and I was like, okay, I need to make a living, I need to support my family. What can I do? Okay, I have this degree. So I was trying to get into like investment, like financial investing.
So when did you reach a point when you said, okay, I'm missing fitness again. I need to get back into it. When did that point arrive when you said, okay, I missed that again. I need that back in my life?
That's a good question.
I know that feeling.
That was probably like a couple of years ago. So I'm the person, unfortunately, that gets easily influenced by others, if it's good or bad.
Okay.
Let's say if I see somebody that is successful in certain, category, I was like, oh, I want to be like them. I want to be like them. I want to be like them. Versus just like kind of have a tunnel vision and it's like, okay, this is what I want to do. That's great motivation. I can take a couple of things from this person or that person, and it's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So maybe 3-4 years ago, I started doing some rides with some of my wife's friends.
On the bike?
On the bike, yeah. I did like a lighthouse ride 2 times.
Oh, yeah.
But like the lighthouse ride that is 70 miles compared to like a 100K or 100 miler is just, it's
Nothing.
yeah, it's nothing. So
It's nothing. I was just talking to Megan about that.
So you got invited for a ride, and that kind of like scratched the itch a little bit.
Yes,
again?
exactly. I started, and then my wife started getting into it. She started getting like fitter,
That's
exercising,
even
mountain
better.
biking, and hiking. I was like, okay, so maybe I would say 3 to 4 years ago,
Yeah.
I started kind of getting the itch, and then 2023, okay, let's just get after it.
So is that when you lost a lot of weight? Was in 2023?
No, it was probably, I would say 2-3 years ago when I
2022, 2021?
yeah, something like that.
And how much weight did you lose?
So it was 240 pounds, 250. I lost probably like 40-50 pounds.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Just by mainly exercising and
Yes, just
No,
exercising.
you probably lost more than that, but you added muscle.
Yeah, so I started lifting quite a bit.
when did you start? When did you start building out the Martin's dance studio / garage gym?
Yeah, actually, when we got the house, I mean, we got the house 1.5 years ago. So
Does your wife work too?
yeah, that's she works, yes.
DHCS. Or wait, a DSS or DHCS? One of the two, but yes.
Wait, for DHCS?
Yeah, she does training or what does she do? No, not for DHCS. So she works with them.
Oh.
Trains nurses.
Yeah, she's a supervising nurse for the state, actually.
The state.
Oh,
okay, so there you
interesting.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
She was asking me about DHCS. I
Oh,
work
okay.
with them.
That's cool.
Okay.
So you guys got a house,
Yeah, we got a house, renovated it, and then
dance studio,
put
garage
some
gym.
money to a gym. COVID happened, so I had to create my own gym, created my own gym, and then
Kettlebells in
put some kettlebells in there, a bike, pull-up bar, and
Disco ball.
disco ball,
The
Rave
lights,
music.
The lights.
yeah, the lights, and yeah, it's just
Every post I see, I'm just like, do they even work out in there? Or is it just like dancing the whole time?
Full-blown rave status the
No, it's
whole
awesome.
time.
it's kind of like lifting plus some
Dance moves.
imams.
Yes.
That's the dancing.
Yeah.
We don't do imams.
We do dancing with the weights.
That's cool.
It is.
So 50 pounds down. So you still coach tennis, 160 milers coming up. And I mean, I guess what is your goal then going forward? What do you, is it just trying to find the next race are you trying to keep stretching the mileage as far as you think you can go? Is that kind of what your goal is, or what is your?
I'm kind of like more spontaneous. I don't really
Like-
feel like that. I'm like, this is the most I've planned for 2024, like 2-3 races.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you're just kind of having fun with it?
yeah, like say if somebody's gonna call me and I'm like, hey, let's go to Yosemite and do a 100K run.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's prep and let's go.
Okay.
So I want to be ready anytime that happens.
Oh, there we go. That's it. Being ready.
Yeah, being ready. I want to stay
Always
ready and be
prepared for
ready.
whatever adventure awaits you.
Yes, exactly.
cool.
Even if it's tomorrow morning.
Do you like it sounds like running is more your thing though. Like that's
Trail running, yes. I love trail running.
Trail
I love
running
the
specifically.
mountains. Yeah, I
Okay.
love the mountains.
That's the best.
running is my jam too. I biking's good. Swimming sucks. I tolerate it if I
Yeah.
have to. That's cool. So when is the next 100? When's the 100 miler?
Yeah, in April. So we have what?
This coming April.
It's coming up.
Yeah, 4 months.
And where is
3.5
it
months.
again?
Auburn by Sacramento.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Very
be
cool.
fun.
That's good.
Are you guys joining me?
I'm not.
I'm there as soon as you let your ego go away and you try to do it with a guy. I'm
And
there,
at the end of
100%.
February, I will be making my first attempt to qualify for Boston.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Nice.
So yes, he will be joining you with me. We'll throw down like 14 or 15 at the end.
I don't know what'll come next in April. I just did the Sean didn't do it. Me and Evan did it. Sean's lazy, but we did the 10-mile trail run off of what do you call it?
Winchell.
Winchell Cove.
Yes.
Why weren't you there? Winchell Cove. That's a good little run. Too short.
Yes. I've done it a year ago with injury.
Oh.
And I barely survived it because I could barely run.
Yeah.
But
That is a great
It's a good little out and back.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Can he squeeze San Joaquin River Trail into his training, or is that too close to his race?
When is that?
What do you
March or
say?
April?
That's in March. That's the first
Oh,
week
no,
of March.
he'll
San Joaquin River Trails. It's actually more like 15 miles, but that's like
15
over
or 50?
15.
Oh,
It's
50.
a half marathon with like what 25.
A little more than half. Little more than
The
half.
gorge. We just
but
did
it's,
it.
Yes.
We literally
It's-
just did it.
It's. I mean, it's a lot of climbing up and down though.
Yeah.
So
That's nice.
Maybe we'll do that one together. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I might, because that's the week after my marathon. I might just do that just to like do it.
Yeah.
You should
So
do it. No new question.
maybe we'll do that one then
In March.
in March.
Yeah.
First week in March. You got to
Okay,
commit
great.
right here on the Dig Endurance podcast.
Yes. Let's do it.
He'll say, "Oh no." He'll text me in about an hour. Hey,
And
when's the date?
when is this again?
100%.
Cool. Well, good deal.
Done.
Sweet man.
Well, Martin, awesome story.
We're gonna have you back at
Yeah.
the end of first week of May to check in on how
After
the 100
the
miler
100
went.
Yeah. We'll follow up
And
after the
hopefully
race.
you let the ego go and let me
You
track you
so
in
check
the
in
last
on your 100
15
miler.
miles.
There you go.
We'll check in on Boston for me, and then maybe we can check in if we run the San Joaquin River Trail. We can circle
And we'll
back.
check in on my little half Ironman in April.
Oh yeah.
That's right. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Good deal. Thanks, Martin.
Thanks, Martin.
for coming
Thank you.
on.